Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's good to have you here with us at Somaliland National Television. I'm Mohammed Adin here with the English news. Let's take a look at the main stories making headlines. Vice President of Somaliland returns to the capital from a trip to the western regions. The National Auditor contradicts recent report released by the National Property Protection Committee. Revenge motive probed after 2 policemen killed in New York. Vice President of Somaliland Abdurrahman Ismail Sail'i returned to the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, from a work-related trip to the western regions of Somaliland. The Vice President has been visiting several regions in the west and held meetings with the cultural leaders to discuss the current situation and the ongoing development efforts. The Vice President Abdurrahman Sail'i also met with the residents in the western regions to assess and monitor the living conditions of people in the western regions of Somaliland. The Vice President of Somaliland, speaking to the press, stated that his visit was one of assessment and further understanding the situation in the western regions of Somaliland. The General Auditor of Somaliland, Mahmoud Abdi Ibrahim Mahmoud Dara, speaking in response to recent reports released by the National Property Protection Committee, challenged the report and discussed achievements made by the auditory institutions. Mahmoud Abdi Ibrahim Mahmoud Dara, speaking in a stern and concise manner, states that the report released by the National Property Protection Committee of the House of Representatives was mistaken and contradicted the achievements made by the General Auditor of Somaliland. Mahmoud Dara precisely refused the existence of the report released by the committee assigned for the protection of the national property by the House of Representatives. Earlier, the Property Protection Committee of the House of Representatives, in a statement released, suggested incompetence against the General Auditor of Somaliland. Officials speaking on behalf of the General Auditor displayed reference to support their disapproval of the report released by the House of Representatives and utterly refused the basis of the report, saying the General Auditor achieved in stamping out misconduct in government institutions. The General Auditor made significant achievements regarding the implementation of scrutiny in government institutions to prevent public misconduct and foster development in government institutions. You're still watching the English news on Somaliland National Television, the first Somali-speaking channel within English news, and now for the main international headlines in detail. North Korea has hit back at FBI claims that it launched a cyber attack on Sony Pictures.
An announcement from KCNA state news agency labeled the accusation slander and called for a joint investigation in collaboration with the United States. The statements from the Foreign Ministry threatened grave consequences if Washington refused to comply. Sony film The Interview is at the center of the attack. The controversial fictional comedy depicts the assassination of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. However, threats from anonymous hackers initially led to the film being pulled. It was a move questioned by both US President Barack Obama and Brazilian author Paulo Coelho. Speaking from his home in Switzerland, the author said, "You simply cannot accept people that are narrow-minded or that have a political agenda to dictate what you and I should read or watch." He has pledged almost 82,000 euros for the rights to the film. Sony has since announced it's still looking to release the movie, but says no company has stepped forward to offer to distribute it.
A gunman ambushed and fatally shot 2 New York police officers on Saturday and then killed himself.
Ismail Brinsley, 28, has been named by police as the assailant. Police Commissioner William Bratton identified the slain officers as Rafael Ramos, 40, and Wenjin Liu, 32. The 2 officers were on duty sitting in their patrol car when they were attacked. A post on social media site Instagram suggested it may have been a revenge attack related to a grand jury's decision not to charge a white New York police officers over the July 2014 killing of Eric Garner, a 43-year-old black father of 6. That decision was announced 9 days after a Missouri grand jury chose not to charge a white police officers for gunning down Michael Brown, an unnamed black teenager in the Ferguson suburb of St. Louis. The deaths of Garner and Brown sparked weeks of protests in Ferguson, New York, and other cities. Commissioner Bratton was asked whether there was a link between Brinsley and the protests and said that this was under investigation. There has been a very strong anti-police, anti-criminal justice system, anti-societal set of initiatives underway, and one of the unfortunate aspects sometimes is some people get caught up in these and go in directions they should not, he said. Bratton added police would investigate whether Brinsley had been part of protests in New York and Atlanta, his last place of residence, over the Brown and Garner killings. Bratton said there was no indication that the killings were linked to terrorism.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. You can catch us at the same time tomorrow. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.